Leading up to Melly's retrial in September, the judge announced a serious problem. Melly not only faces the charges of life in prison for Sack Chaser and Juvie's passing, but he also faces witness tampering charges that carry a life sentence.
Filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
Prosecutors allege Melly's made calls from his jail cell and told people to go after his ex-girlfriend to make her not testify against him. Supposedly, his ex-girlfriend Mariah knows the truth. Even YNW Juvie's father confirmed it in an interview, revealing the code words Melly used when talking about his ex-girlfriend to street members.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
if found guilty, Melly will be sentenced to life behind bars for the witness tampering charges alone. However, we'd hear from Melly's mother, who made the claim Melly hasn't been able to use a phone or look at his mail, which is illegal.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
But if Melly's used the phone in an attempt to witness tamper, that's why they haven't allowed him, meaning they likely have the evidence of him doing it and will show it during his trial in September. Due to this, Jamie King revealed she feels heartbroken and helpless for her son, since he's not allowed any human contact in jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
However, this got the reaction of Charleston White, but rather than being supportive of Melly, he's happy that Melly isn't getting special treatment.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
And with Melly's case taking such a toll on his mother, we saw Boozy step in to see how she was doing.
She real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
However, Melly's latest hearing showed how he's been feeling. He walked into the courtroom looking very angry and with no haircut, but his mood changed when the judge started talking about releasing him from jail. It was reported Melly has to make an informed decision about who he wants as his lawyers. He's been sitting in our jail for over 2,100 days, which left everyone, including Melly, surprised.
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Demmons has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two.
You would decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The new judge can't believe he's been sitting in jail for so long without a conviction. The judge straight up said to the prosecutors to give him a good reason why Melly shouldn't be free or he would release him on bond. Because the latest holdup in Melly's case now is that they've been investigating one of Melly's lawyers. Raven Liberty is being investigated for allegations of witness tampering as the rapper awaits a retrial. But what's concerning is that she might not be actually getting investigated, and that it's just another way to delay Melly's trial. But in an attempt to get Melly out on bond, his lawyers brought up this evidence from the original trial, where Melly's texting his ex-girlfriend and saying men were chasing him as the crime happened.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
Which makes it seem that Melly was actually being chased by rival street members. But further helping Melly's case is no firearm was even found for the crime either.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
Sadly, this isn't enough to get Melly released, and with the retrial taking forever to come back around, the prosecutors have been able to continue their investigations, which has them piecing together even more pieces surrounding the crime and bringing new evidence that wasn't seen in the first trial. The feds found out that Melly was close with King Von before Melly got arrested, and this former O Block member shared a secret that Melly supposedly told King Von, as Melly was asking for advice from King Von on how to handle an issue with his two friends, Sack Chaser and Juvie.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he his two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Which reveals Sack Chaser and Juvie were after Melly for financial gain, because YNW was their registered business. However, Melly and Bortland brought in most of the revenue by performing concerts and selling merch and doing company promotions. However, Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted an even 25% split between the group, so Melly asked for advice from Von on how to get them off his back. And if you know how Von took care of street issues, you can guess what type of advice King Von would have gave Melly, as this provides the perfect motive for Melly because he wouldn't have to pay Sack Chaser and Juvie anymore. And when you pair it to the phone evidence of Melly sending a text that admitted to the crime, it's pretty concerning.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Also on Melly's phone was a saved Facebook Live video, which reveals Melly's emotions only 6 hours after the crime.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! The dog still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
As it looks like neither of them cared for the passing of the two best friends, but to further stack evidence on them, they investigated the Jeep where the crime went down, and one expert believes it's impossible that a drive-by happened, which is also saying that whoever did the crime was in the back left seat.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
No. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by. And it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving and that.
Which is when the prosecutors took Juvie's mother to the stand and asked who got into the back left seat of the car.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury? I'm Leon Phillips. Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case? Yes, I am. How so? I'm his mother. And who is that? Christopher Thomas. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep? Yes. Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep? Yes. Which seat, if you can identify for the jury? He got in the back seat on the right-hand side. Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side? Yes. And who was that individual? Janelle.
And just to make Melly's case that much worse, the feds raided Bortland's home where they found papers detailing what the jurors looked like and where they sat in the courtroom, making it look like not only were they witness tampering, but they were going to tamper with the jurors also.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
DJ Academics was completely surprised that they even attempted this.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on! It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro! Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
This led to Boozy saying how the feds are doing everything they can to keep him behind bars as they constantly find new things to bring against Melly, although Melly brought it on himself.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.